Should you share your goals with other people? If you're asking that question, I'm going to share with you a couple of answers that will help you and what an independent person would do in that situation. Let's begin with the pun of the day. I'm also going to share with you Wealth Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and every Wednesday we celebrate Wealth Wednesday. My organization and I, and you and I, and hopefully spreading this message around the world. So let's begin with the pun of the day. I didn't know if you knew this, but you can actually skydive without a parachute, but only once. All right, so should you share your goals with other people? Let's make this very short. Then I'll go into what Wealth Wednesday is, the benefits of Wealth Wednesday, and why you should be spreading the message. Should you share your goals with other people? Let me go over three things. Three ways to do it. Number one way is that sharing your goals with other people is a tremendous, hey Shannon, I can't really see who's coming in, is a tremendous motivator. It's a tremendous incentivizer because it utilizes peer pressure psychology for you to get yourself to do things. In other words, when you share your goals out there and you tell public, and then it motivates you to now keep your word because now you've got other people holding you accountable to your goals. And that's a terrific, fantastic thing. And it gets you to do things where you wouldn't otherwise do it, because humans, in general, most humans like the validation of other people, especially like the appreciation of other people and the celebration of other people. The other way to do it is some personal development books, they talk about how not sharing your goals is a good thing because the public scrutiny, the public commentary of mostly unwitting people, the negative commentary you get from sharing your goals will detract you from reaching your goals, from going after your goals. And so, what's up, Martha? So, some people too are contrarians. So some people use the negative comments of other people when you share your goals in public. Some people are contrarians and they use that negative comment to say, well, I'll show you. So then there's a third thing you can do, the third way you can go about it, which is the way of the independent. And I talked about in the past the four castes, really three castes of people, and the one super category. The first category would be the follower, people who are validated by doing a good job, doing what they're told. The second caste is the leader, really manager, which gets a validation when people follow them. They get validation, but when nobody follows them, they don't get the validation. And then there's the third caste who's validated by neither following people or getting the attention of people following them. Those are the misfits. And then there's a fourth and super caste, which is the independent. And the independent only gets their validation from the results of their own decisions. They neither care the opinion and the validation. They don't seek the validation of people that follow them. They don't seek the validation of leading other people. They only get the validation of doing what they'd like and getting the results from that. And so the third way to share your goals is to share your goals and get neither the validation of people of the negative commentary or the positive commentary. When you are validated by praise and you're validated by praise, and that also tells you that you're also validated by negative commentary, by the detractors of your goals. So someone who is an independent, someone who only gets the validation of the results of their decisions, doesn't require praise, likes it, loves it, and doesn't really get validated by negative commentary. So an independent would share their thoughts. I would share my thoughts on any of my goals and any of my desires and wants, what I'd like. And If I get negative commentary, it doesn't validate me, it doesn't affect me in any sense. And if I get positive commentary, that feels good. So what then happens if you don't go after your goals and you don't get your goals? And as an independent, as somebody who's neither validated by people they don't admire or people they don't even know, then they just communicate candidly. I made mistakes, and I'm not embarrassed. I'm not shameful. People can't inflict their embarrassment on me. I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep making mistakes. In fact, I'm gonna keep making as many mistakes as I can, because there's a notion that to achieve anything worthwhile, you have to get yourself to a point where you're able to risk not being able to get those things. It is impossible to achieve anything different without risking not making mistakes, without risking not being able to get it. There's always a risk of not getting it. And as an independent, someone who's not validated by people they don't admire nor know, appreciates that and can communicate that candidly and without shame, guilt, or embarrassment. So then there's the challenge of how can you motivate somebody who is not motivated by these factors? One way you can do it is you can utilize peer pressure psychology. You can share your goals and then be motivated by the commentary and the psychology of peer pressure, of people's holding you accountable to whatever you said. And if you don't achieve that, if, for example, you didn't achieve what you wanted, then you don't get validated by the negative commentary. You're just validated by your own decisions. So you utilize that peer pressure psychology. So what is Wealth Wednesday? That's the training for today. Wealth Wednesday, you get 3 benefits. I'll share with you the 3 benefits. Wealth Wednesday is we go out there and we do a random act of kindness for a stranger that involves our spending money. And my organization does this, and my mastermind does this, and hopefully you will share this meme and go out there and do a random act of kindness for a stranger that involves your spending money. And whether it's paying for somebody's meal at a drive-thru, buy somebody some donuts, paying for somebody's coffee in the line behind you. And the benefits of this, and I hope you share this idea, the benefits of this are threefold. Number one is that because I'm a part of an entrepreneurial group, support group, we make the switch in our brain that most people have inherited this idea that making more money is evil. Money is evil, and money is a source of evil. But the truth is, self-deception is a source of evil. Money is just a multiplier of, if you want to help more people, you get more money, you're able to help more people. So it makes that switch in the brain where the more money you make, the more changes you can help, the more people you can help with whatever cause you're making an influence in. The second benefit to this is happiness. If you were to ask me what's the fastest way to feeling happy, and if I were to tell you, and if you were to tell me I'll give you any amount of money to tell me how to be happy, and I'll tell you, you don't have to give me any money, it's free, and I'll tell you exactly how to do it. Help people for nothing in return. That will immediately make you happy, and it will resonate with other people. People will notice this of you. You're the kind of person who appreciates other people, appreciates that happiness is something you intrinsically create for yourself. The third benefit of this is that there's so much negativity in the world. Somebody's reverse parking. There's so much negativity in the world, especially with news media outlets, that because news is a for-profit organization, they say negative things so that you pay attention, because humans pay attention to negativity more than positivity. Negativity is everywhere. You don't have to search for it. Positivity is something you do have to seek for. And the reason for that is because they want to make money. Therefore, they want to put out things that catch your attention using psychology, and they put out negativity, danger, things that seem dangerous to you when it's really not. It's just made up. And you pay attention. That's how they make their money. And so there's so much negativity in the world that there are people out there contemplating suicide, and there could be in a line behind you at a Starbucks, and you pay for their coffee. Christy. And you pay for their coffee behind you at Starbucks, and they pay for their coffee, and the bartender says, you don't have to pay, somebody already paid you, the guy in front of you. And they look around, they don't find you, and they think a stranger just cared enough, without knowing me, pay for my stuff. And then they imagine that there's positivity in the world, there are good people in the world, despite all the negative news. And so it might even get them to change their thinking pattern from depression to now helping other people, because depression and suicidal thoughts are extremely selfish, one of the selfish things you can do, because if you were to focus outside of yourself, it's impossible to be depressed and impossible to be suicidal. So they might even spread the news and help other people in return. So that's the call to action for today. Number one is be an independent. Never get the validation of other people you don't know nor admire. If you want to share your thoughts, your likes, desires, and goals, share it. And if you get negative commentary from mostly unwitting people, who cares? And if you don't achieve your goals because you've shared it in public, you can candidly, openly communicate that, hey, I changed my plans, I have other plans, I have better plans, and I can share other things. And I'm going after this new goal, and I'm excited about it. Right? The second call to action is Wealth Wednesday. Do a random act of kindness for a stranger that involves your spending money. Doesn't matter whether you're paying for a toll for somebody, $1, or buying somebody some coffee, or whatever it is, and you get the benefits of happiness. All right, hopefully you spread this meme. If you have any thoughts about that, share in the comments below. Love the interaction. And if you know anybody that would appreciate this message, you could share this message yourself, or you could share this video with them. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.